wings. I'll show you how to do some straight level. Okay. Now strapped in.
Clear prop.
Okay, ignition to both.
Ignition to both.
Okay. And then we'll pull the starter and one hand on the throttle. Toe brakes on.
Toe brakes on.
Add a little bit more throttle. Go ahead and give it a pump on the throttle. Okay. Try it again. I'm a flight instructor out here. I teach the ground schools, and we take people that want to be missionary pilots or fly in some type of ministry. They feel the Lord can use them in a flying skill, and we teach them how to be a pilot. We don't charge anything. I don't charge anything for being a flight instructor, and we don't charge anything for the airplane. We don't charge rent or gas or anything. And whatever the student feels like donating, we'll put towards maintenance and fuel and that kind of thing. We kind of work off of the concept that freely we receive, so freely we give.
It's going to be a value in going up into Canada, Alaska, or wherever the Lord calls me. But it's a unique opportunity to learn, to get hands-on experience as a missionary, and to receive the training that's necessary in the preparation for future things.
And you finally get to the day where you're probably as nervous as they are, and you climb out of the airplane and say, all right, take it around by yourself, you know, I want you to solo make 3 good landings. And you get, all I can do is stand here on the side and think in my mind, tell them what I've been telling them before, and they usually say they can hear me talking when they're by themselves. And that's a real blessing for me. And the students usually find out that they can really feel God sitting there next to them as they're flying. And then probably the second biggest thrill is after they get their private pilot license, and that's also a big accomplishment. We're still praying for guidance and leadership on where Wings for Christ is going. I feel that pretty soon that we'll have our own 4-place airplanes, a couple of those, and we'll be able to teach more past the private. We'll be able to teach commercial and instrument ratings, so that we'll be training more of a professional pilot for missions.
I've gotten involved with the youth ministry at Wings for Christ. We don't really have a set thing. It's more developing right now. And what we hope to do is to bring in youth groups from churches to work here and to have an opportunity to minister to us and for us to minister to them. We've been having a couple of work days recently, and what we've done in those is just had them come out. We've had different jobs around the ranch, like painting and gathering wood and moving fences and painting buses that's going to Mexico. about this is these kids have an opportunity to see missionaries. We're all missionaries here, and we actually have a missionary organization that are doing the work. They don't have to travel 3,000 miles to see missionaries in action. And this is a unique opportunity that they'd never find in most places. They're seeing, not only they're seeing missionaries, but they're seeing missionaries working in a unique way, working with airplanes in a more dynamic sense than what you find in your normal everyday type organization. And this to me is neat. This to me is seeing that sharing the gospel of God is an exciting, adventurous thing, and it can be for them too. And it's exciting for them to be able to get in there and work and have a part in that. And by having a part, they know that they're being missionaries themselves.
Right now, Wings for Christ has this airplane. It's a Cessna 150, and it's a two-seat trainer. We also have a Cessna 140, which is also a trainer, but it's a tail dragger. And that's all the planes that Wings for Christ has. When we go on a mission trip, we have to borrow people's airplanes that they said they can donate them, 4-place planes. And kind of my responsibility is to find the planes and the pilots that can fly those airplanes. And depending on the number of people and the cargo or stuff we have to take, kind of get that together and get it on a schedule, figure out how much it'll cost for fuel and that kind of thing.
Being in Wings for Christ gave me an opportunity to actually go do some missions down in Mexico and see firsthand just what it was all about.